going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, hold on, I have my windshield wipers on. What the fuck are those on for? And as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you are not ready for a relationship, okay? I'm going to jump right into these because I feel like a lot of you have a lot of these, no offense, from what I'm seeing in the comments and emails and snaps and all the above. Okay, not saying this is a bad thing. I mean, I would even say I'm not ready for a relationship yet for my personal reasons. But anyway, the number one reason I would say you're not ready for a relationship is you just got out of one within the last 6 months. If you got out of one in the last 6 months, you are not ready to be in a relationship. Okay, that is 5 months, 6 months, no. 7 months out, I'll say you're okay. Now you can say that people, go about that differently, but here's the thing, man. You have a very, 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 very strong, let's say, biased ego towards wanting to get back, or conscious of wanting to get back into one. Just because you think you're ready, which is fine, that's what your brain's supposed to tell you to do. Hey champ, you're great. It's supposed to give you that positive reinforcement. You're doing good. It's time to get back into one. Things been going better. Again, that's another reason, right? Because you were at a slump over here, and then you see things getting better. But just because you see it getting better, you're all of a sudden like, oh, okay, I'm ready to be back in one. No, you're not. You're not ready to be back one. You still have some damage. You have that underlying subconscious type of things going on. The red flags still might be there. Did you even do any preparing or just anything to better yourself after relationship? Not just healing, but did you actually learn something from the relationship, build upon it, learn, and become a new person after? If not, then we have a problem, okay? Number 2 is you're upset that you're not in a relationship. If you're upset that you're not in a relationship, that's a problem, because you shouldn't be upset that you're not in a relationship. You should be happy for who you are, what you become, what you have done so far in your life, and you should. I always tell women this. I say in every damn video, but you should be so happy and fulfilled with your life that you want to be in a relationship because your life's so awesome that you want to share it with someone else, okay? Not for the third reason, which is to fill a void and be happy. If you think you're going to be happy in a relationship, if you're not happy now and you think a relationship is going to make you happy, then you're done for, okay? You're not going to be in a relationship. It's not going to work out. The guy's going to see that a mile away, and when it comes out, those inner demons that usually happens to come out when you're when these kind of things happen. It's going to push the guy away. He's going to freak out. He's going to realize, I knew it. I shouldn't have jumped into it. I was talking to a client the other day about this, on how, she was saying, I think we were talking about why guys pull away after like certain things. And sometimes, if it's really early on, like this girl would give this guy like this crazy look, just like this big eye crazy look, and why that sometimes like I love the look sometimes, like when a girl is just like wow, like you're amazing. When you do it I was talking about the frame, if you do it in a certain frame too early on, the guy gets that look, like it becomes romantic, amazing, to creepy. It becomes like, oh my god, like I'm her world. That's not good. Not this early on. That's not good. Oh fuck, what do I do? I'm her world. Like I don't want. God doesn't want that responsibility. Okay, so don't think that just because you're just because you're in a relationship that you're gonna be happy. The fourth thing is need versus want. I think I said this before, but I always tell women, let a man know that you want him, but you don't need him. When you're coming from a place of need, I talked about it in my red flags video. Yeah, when you're coming from a place of need, showing him that I need you. That's where the red flag. That's where the insecurities become red flags, right? You feel need because you come from a place of insecurity. If you come from a place of insecurity, you are not ready for a relationship. Okay, now we all have insecurities, and you're always going to have them. I'm talking, but you know what I mean though, in terms of what you're doing or this situation or circumstance. Again, frame. If you're wanting a guy to feel better, to feel wanted, to feel part of something, to feel accepted, all these, feel like you need a guy, then you're barking up the wrong tree. Okay, you are not ready for a relationship. And finally, I'm a big believer in this, that you don't have options. If you don't get into a relationship if, well, actually, I'm going to rewind that a little bit. A lot of people, let's put it like this, a lot of people jump into a relationship way too early, way too fast, when they only have one option, and that's not what you should do. I'm trying to think of the saying. They say one is a dilemma. No, one is no option, two is a dilemma, and three is options. Okay, you need to be talking to at least 3 guys and go through 3 guys before you find, okay, I'm ready to be in a date. Because I'm ready to date, I'm ready to be in a relationship. Because I feel like a lot of women, and men, but they jump into a relationship with the first guy that comes around who's, and they're like, oh, and he can be a great guy. He could be a great guy, but you don't really know what great. I always tell women, if you're thinking, Matthew Hussey, a lot of dating coaches say this too. You can read, Matthew. This is the first thing Matthew Hussey says in his book, I think. He says, if you're thinking you're going to find Mr. Right or a great guy, one guy at a time, like I'm going to date him, talk to him a little bit, see, doesn't, okay, then I'm going to, talk to this guy, okay, it doesn't work out, then you're not going to meet a great guy. Okay, you're going to think you have the illusion you are, right? Because that's the guy in front of you and you got these feelings. But there's great, that's what you think is great, and then there's just, oh my God, amazing. Me and him, everybody, all dating coaches trying to get you up here to, oh my God, amazing type of men. So if you're talking to one guy at a time and you're thinking you're going to find a great guy doing that, you're going to find a guy for you, in your situation, your mind, all that type of stuff, like that little area right there where you're at right now. But you're not going to find someone like, oh my God, that, someone you're never going to have to worry about, someone you're rarely going to fight with, someone you're rarely, I'm not saying you're going to settle, but you're going to settle right here. Even though you think that guy's great, you're pretty much kind of settling if you're not dating. I'm not saying like the magic pills to date numerous guys at once, but dating is a numbers game, right? It's just common sense. If you have a bag of marbles, of green marbles, and you're trying to find the red marble in there, it's gonna be a much harder time finding a red marble, pulling one marble out at a time. But if you go in there and grab handfuls, it's only gonna take a couple handfuls before you find the colored marble. So, and that's the way you gotta look at dating. Not saying you have to sleep with these guys, not saying you have to kiss them, not even saying you have to go on a date with them, but you do need to interact with them and see how they are, and then you can write them off. It can be as simple as that. But do not talk to one guy at a time thinking you're going to find a great guy. That's not how it works, okay? So with that being said, there you goes, ladies, the 5 things that show you are not in a relationship or you're not ready for a relationship. Don't jump into one too soon. I'm telling you, that's why our divorce rate and breakups and all that they're too high. People rush into them thinking it's the end deal. It's what we need to make each other happy, and that's not the case. So with that being said, I love you. Take care. Peace.